Take a moment to get comfortable. You may be sitting or lying down somewhere you can be undisturbed for a little while. Then let your eyes find one point in front of you, any small detail. And as you look at that one point, notice your breathing. Not trying to change it, just noticing. And on your next exhale, let your shoulders settle a little more. You may notice thoughts drifting through, and that's completely okay. You don't have to push them away. They can float by like clouds, while some deeper, wiser part of you listens. And in a moment, you can let your eyes close, or if they're already closed, we can simply let them soften even more. And let that happen now. Now bring your attention to the crown of your head and imagine a gentle wave of soft, warm relaxation beginning at the top of your head and slowly washing down. It's relaxing your scalp, your forehead, and tiny muscles around your eyes. If there's any tension there, it can simply melt. Like frost in the morning sun. Let that wave move down through your cheeks and through your jaw. And let your tongue rest softly. If your jaw wants to hang slightly open, that's perfectly fine. That softness flows down into your neck, the tops of your shoulders. You might even roll your shoulders slightly as they begin to let go, finding just a little more comfort. And the relaxation moves down through your arms now, down into your elbows and wrists, hands, all the way to the very tips of your fingers. I feel like you can imagine roots growing gently from your fingertips down into the earth, drawing up safety, stability, and support. Now bring your awareness to your chest. Notice the rise and the fall of your breath. Nothing to fix, just noticing. With every exhale, your chest, your ribs can soften a little more. That wave moves down into your belly. You may place a hand there if it feels comforting. Allow your belly to be soft and natural, releasing any need to hold, any need to brace. Down into your hips now, letting the muscles across your pelvis loosen and relax. Noticing the support beneath you. You are held, Relaxation travels down through your thighs, your knees, your calves, ankles, and into your feet, all the way to the tips of your toes. You can imagine roots now from the soles of your feet, reaching down into deep, rich soil. With each breath, you're more anchored, more supported, more safe to rest. You don't have to try to relax. You can simply allow relaxation to happen. In a moment, you'll hear a gentle count from 10 down to 1. With each number, you can drift deeper, as if walking down a soft, mossy garden path toward a quiet, safe inner space. At 1, you'll arrive in that space, calm and open, ready to plant new roots of change. Starting now, 10, feeling your body heavier and more supported. 9, each breath a little slower and a little deeper. 8, thoughts can drift to the edges, like sounds outside of a cozy room. 7, with each step, you leave behind a bit of tension, a bit of pressure. 6, moving gently down the path, noticing the earth beneath your feet, steady and reliable. 5, halfway down now, you may notice your mind becoming quieter, more spacious. 4, if any thoughts of to-dos arise, you can place them lovingly on a shelf, knowing you can come back to them later. 3, deeper still, your nervous system softening, like a field after the rain. 2, almost at your inner clearing now, the place where new choices are planted. 1, arriving, safe, calm, open. Allow yourself to simply be here. Nothing to achieve in this moment, just listening. In this peaceful space, bring to mind one habit or goal you felt guilty about failing in the past. It might be around food, alcohol, movement, sleep, social media, or something else. You don't need to tell anyone what it is. Just gently name it inside your mind. Notice what comes up as you think of this habit. Perhaps images, memories, a tightness in the chest or your belly, just observing without judgment. Now imagine in front of you on the ground of this inner garden, there's a small patch of soil. In the soil, you can see old, dry leaves, representing all the times you've judged yourself for not being perfect with this habit. Every I blew it. Every I'll never change. Every what's wrong with me has become a brittle leaf scattered on the ground. You don't need to relive every moment. You can simply acknowledge, yes, there has been guilt. Yes, there has been disappointment. And you are not those feelings. Now you see yourself gently kneeling by that patch of soil. With compassion, you begin to gather those dry leaves in your hands. As you hold them, feel the weight of all those expectations, all that pressure. Take a slow breath in, and as you exhale, imagine those leaves begin to dissolve into the light, a soft golden light of understanding. The guilt, the harshness, they begin to transmute into wisdom, into insight. You might hear your own inner voice say, every attempt was a sign that I cared. There is nothing wrong with me for struggling. I am allowed to be human and still grow. Let those words sink into your body. If they don't feel fully true yet, that's okay. You're simply offering them as new possibilities. Now imagine that golden light of understanding and self-forgiveness flows down from your hands into the soil itself. The soil becomes darker, richer, more nourishing. All those past failures are now compost, fertile ground for realistic, kind, sustainable change. You might place a hand on your heart and say softly in your own way, I release the belief that I must be perfect. I release the shame around my past attempts. I am allowed to begin again gently, as many times as I need. Feel how your body responds to the idea of being allowed to begin again. Notice if your jaw softens, your breath deepens, your shoulder settles. You don't have to hold the guilt anymore. It has been returned to the earth to be transformed into nourishment for the new. Now that the soil is rich, it's time to plant something new. Bring back into your awareness that one habit that you want to support. This time, strip it down to the smallest, kindest version. Perhaps instead of I must completely quit sugar. It becomes, I choose one small, loving shift with sugar today. Instead of I must never drink again, it becomes I choose one more supportive choice today about alcohol. Instead of I must work out every day, it becomes I choose one gentle movement that honors my body today. Let your mind find the smallest, doable version of your intention. Pause for a moment and name that tiny habit to yourself clearly. One sentence, simple enough that even a tired version of you could still do it. Good. Now imagine you're holding a small seed in your hand, and this seed represents your tiny habit. Not the whole future, not perfection, just this one committed, compassionate step. Notice its weight, its shape, its potential. You gently place the seed into the rich soil in front of you. The same soil that was once guilt and judgment, now transformed into nourishment. You gently place the seed into the rich soil in front of you. The same soil that was once guilt and judgment, now transformed into nourishment. As you cover the seed with earth, feel the sensation of commitment, not as heavy as pressure, but as a soft and steady yes. Inside, you can say, I commit to this small, kind habit. I commit to showing up imperfectly and consistently enough. Now imagine roots beginning to grow from the seed down into the soil. These roots are your repetition. Each time you choose the small habit, you send another root deeper. These roots are extending into your daily lives. One root connecting to your mornings, one connecting to your afternoons, one root connecting to your evenings. You don't have to visualize perfectly, just a sense of your new behavior quietly rooting into different parts of your day. Now bring your mind to a realistic scene from your actual life when this habit might arise. Maybe it's the moment you open the pantry at night. When someone offers you a drink. When you wake up and reach for your phone. See that seeing as if it's happening now. In the old pattern, you might go on autopilot. In the new pattern, you notice a pause. Feel yourself in that moment, taking a gentle breath, remembering the seed that you planted. Say to yourself naturally and easily, "This is my moment to choose the kinder habit." You might see your hand reaching for water before wine, for a nourishing snack before sugar, or a journal instead of your phone for a few minutes. Notice how your body feels as you make that choice. Not rigid, not punished, but quietly proud, grounded. Allow your mind to show you 2 or 3 different future moments across the next few weeks where you choose this small new action. You may see them like short little clips, you in real settings choosing in your favor without any fanfare. Each time the phrase, "I choose the next kind step," repeats softly in the background like a gentle mantra. Now let's install a simple cue. In your mind, choose a physical reminder connected to this habit, something you see daily. It might be your mirror, your nightstand, your ritual root tab, or a specific mug or water bottle. Pick one and see yourself looking at that object. From now on, whenever you see or touch this object, a part of you automatically remembers, "I can choose the next kind step towards my habit." This does not force you to always choose perfectly. It simply gives you a pause point, a rooted moment where your wise, calm self can be heard more clearly. Let that association sink in. Your object, gentle pause, kinder habit. You can even imagine writing a tiny phrase on that object in your mind, something like, "Begin again," or "Choose the kind step." Let's see it clearly. And know that in your daily life, each time you see that object, Your unconscious mind will remember this moment of planting and gently nudge you toward your preferred action. Now, rather than seeing yourself as someone who fails resolutions, you can begin to see yourself differently. Bring to mind an image of you in the near future, perhaps a few months from now. You don't have to be perfect there, just a version of you who has been practicing this small, kind habit more often than not. Notice their posture, the softness in their face, the steadiness in their energy. This version of you is not obsessed with perfection. They are rooted in self-respect. Hear the way they talk to themselves about slips or off days. Okay, that happened. What's my next kind step? I can begin again. Let those phrases echo inside you. Now gently step into that future self as if you're walking into their body. Feel what it's like to be them, to have practiced this small habit enough times that it feels more familiar. Notice how cravings feel different, how motivation feels steadier, and how self-talk is kinder. Let your nervous system get a taste of this identity now. And know that each small action you take after this session is like watering that identity, making it more and more real. In a moment, you return to full waking awareness, bringing back with you the felt sense of being rooted, capable of kind, consistent change, and free from the heaviness of resolution guilt. Before that, take another look at the inner garden around you. See that place where the leaves of guilt have become rich soil. See the small seed already sprouting tiny green shoots, and trust that growth happens gradually beneath the surface, even on the days you can't see it. Inside, you might affirm, I allow my change to be gradual and rooted. I trust the power of small, consistent steps. I can begin again any day of the year, and let those words settle. Now begin to bring your awareness back to your physical body. Notice the surface beneath you, the temperature of the air on your skin, the sounds in the room. Take a slow, deeper breath in, and a long exhale out. Gently wiggle your fingers and your toes, reminding your body that you're returning to the present moment. And if your eyes are closed, you can keep them closed for now. As you hear a slow count up from 1 to 5, at 5, you'll open your eyes, feeling clear, refreshed, and calmly motivated, bringing that new self-image back with you. 1, feeling your energy slowly rising like sunlight returning after dawn. 2, bringing back with you the memory of your inner garden and the seed you've planted. 3, noticing the sounds around you, the room that you're in. 4, feeling your body awakening, perhaps wanting to gently stretch. 5, whenever you're ready, opening your eyes, fully present, calm and grounded. Take a moment before you move and perhaps place a hand on your heart or belly and just acknowledge you are allowed to change gently. You are allowed to begin again as many times as you need.